السلام عليكم. الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ويقولون متى هذا الفتح إن كنتم صادقين قل يوم الفتح لا ينفع الذين كفروا إيمانهم ولا هم ينظرون صدق الله العظيم. My respected elders, my brothers and friends, I welcome all of you with the Sunnah greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. May peace, mercy and blessing of Allah be upon all of you. The topic of my today's talk is the reality of death and the afterlife. Dear audience, we all know that Islam is the only accepted deen to Allah. Allah completed this religion and chose Islam as the way of life for all of mankind. Today, I'm honored to speak out a topic that is both profound and unavoidable, the reality of death and the afterlife. Death is a reality that every soul will face, a journey from which none of us can escape. As we live our lives, building our careers, enjoying our moments, it's easy to forget that this world is not our final destination. So let's take a moment today to remind ourselves of the fleeting nature of this worldly life and the certainty of the hereafter. Allah says, كَلَّا بَلْ تُحِبُّونَ الْعَاجِلَةَ وَتَذَرُونَ الْآخِرَةَ. Indeed, we love the immediate and we leave the hereafter. The Quran says, you're busy, piling up, calculating, developing your careers, your money, your occupation, your wealth, until you visit the graves. Think about it. When was the last time that we went to a funeral? Was it our father? Was it our mother? Was it our uncle? Was it our cousin? Was it our friend? Was it our wife or husband? The last time that we went to the funeral, when we saw that person stretched out with the last suit, what was the demeanor of the people then? Were the people cracking jokes? Were they dancing? Were they clapping and singing songs? No. Silence, melancholy, trauma. Why? Because every person that walked in that funeral home, seeing the person stretched out, the first thing they thought about was not the person. The first thing they thought about was, one day this will be me. So Allah says, أَلْهَاكُمُ التَّكَاثُرُ. All of you, all of us are engaged in running our mouths, doing our business, buying houses, cars, business, whatever you're doing. And when we're told about the God, life, religion, morality, we're saying like, look, I got no time for that. I don't want to hear that. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I'm going to die. Maybe come back again. As a matter of fact, science is so sophisticated that I think they are on the verge of being able to solve the whole thing of death soon. We won't have to die. If we have enough money, we won't even have to die. See how arrogant people can be until they visit the funeral house. And brothers and elders, after we go to the funeral house, if we have the guts, if we are able to do so, we go to the grave. And now this is another scenario. And we say to ourselves, is that it? I mean, 56 years of scraping, struggling, scheming, lying, stealing, falsifying, jumping up and down, begging, working, and this is the end of it? I mean, is this what's going to happen to me? Are they going to drop me into a hole in the ground? A hole in the ground, the same hole that a cat digs after it defecates. Just a little deeper, but it's for the same reason. The cat digs a hole because the cat has dignity, something that human beings don't seem to have. Instinctively, the cat digs a hole, covers it up. Human beings have got to be taught to do that, but it's for the same reason. So the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, Al-Qubur imma rawdatun min riyad al-Jannah, aw hufratun min hufari an-nar. The grave is either a garden from the gardens of the heaven or a pit from the pits of the hell. So brothers and elders, it really means that after all this time, when the people walk away from that grave, it's over. What about that person in the grave? What's happening? Because we all know that death is almost like sleeping. Death is like sleeping. Our body is gone. Our body is dead. Our spirit is gone. But our consciousness is there. Yes, elders, yes, brothers and elders, we are going to know when the people put us in that grave. But the thing is, we cannot shout, we cannot call out, we cannot say, don't leave me here. Because that's a different kind of consciousness, where we cannot move. And then, brothers and elders, in that grave, this is when the real trauma is going to begin. Because we all know that there's a reason for human beings to go inside. If the Creator wanted to, He could have caused us to leave and disappear to the atmosphere. But He didn't. He caused us to live and go into another womb called a tomb. We started out in the womb of our mother, and we will end up in the womb of the earth called the tomb. From the womb to the tomb, this is the whole trip. And this is what we have to think about. That grave is going to be a place where we're going to be questioned before we are resurrected. So the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, Al-Qubur yawm al-qiyamah yu'dhanu amma ila jannata aw ila nar. In the grave, a person will be allowed to go either to the grave, to the heaven, or to the hell. So in conclusion, let's remember the profound reality of the death and the afterlife. The transient nature of our worldly attachment and the inevitability of our final destination should inspire us to live with purpose and sincerity. May Allah guide us, grant us wisdom, and protect us from the trials of the grave. Jazakumullah khairan for your attention. Nasr min Allah fathun qareeb. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.